Hi there, class. I wanted to give you a quick overview of our module for this week. This week, we're going to talk about hypothesis testing and confidence intervals. So I've got a lot of information out here on Canvas for you. This is where we really get into the heart of statistics and what people really think about when they talk about statistics. Look at the assigned readings for this week. I want to make sure everybody reads. I've made a couple notes on Canvas on estimation or confidence intervals and some notes on hypothesis testing. This is a good article talking about the concept of statistical significance and what it is and what it isn't. Here are the chapters that are covered in the Graviter and Walnu text. And here are the chapters that it's covered in the Lane text. I've also uploaded this fun video that talks about how the t-test came about. The guy who invented it, William Gossett, was actually a chemist for the Guinness Brewing Company in Ireland. And it's just a fun little story I thought you would like to see. Notice on Canvas here, I've highlighted lots of different things. Here's my my estimation notes where I go through what is a confidence interval, what is the t-distribution, how do we calculate a confidence interval, what are degrees of freedom. I try to explain all this information. It's another good website on interpreting, how to correctly interpret confidence intervals. Here are my notes on a one sample t-test. Here's another little journal article just going over some different concepts that are good to know about hypothesis testing, type 1, type 2 errors. I also made a little lecture video here that goes through, or I walk through with you the calculation of a confidence interval, and I walk through calculating a one sample t-test. I also tried to provide you several examples as well. This PowerPoint has 3 or 4 examples of calculating confidence intervals, has different research scenarios, and asks you to calculate confidence intervals for those different scenarios, so you can go through it. Same thing here. There's another PowerPoint which goes through calculating one sample t-test and z-test, and then also another example of a one sample t-test. So I've provided you a lot of information, like I said, on calculating these. If you feel like you've got it, you can skip some of the other things, but I wanted to make sure I provided you with all the information you would need. One thing SPSS doesn't do is calculate effect sizes for you. So I've created an effect size calculator in Excel. You can see it. It's linked. Here it is on Canvas, effect size calculator. And basically, so it'll compute both Cohen's d and omega squared. So for a one sample z or t-test, you give it the sample mean, the population mean, the standard deviation, and it's going to calculate d for you. When we start talking about the two sample t-test, I've got calculators for it and for the one-way ANOVA. Also have another effect size we'll be talking about omega squared in here on a separate tab that you can use to calculate those effect sizes for you. It's not that difficult to do them by hand, and I give you the formulas in the notes. The formulas are also in the book, in the textbook, but kind of just eases the calculation for you. There are also some other videos online. Here's how to run a one sample t-test in SPSS. Uh, Here's a good Khan Academy video on hypothesis testing, what p-values are. And then also don't forget about, as always, there's a quiz and a data analysis assignment as well. If you have any questions, remember, just post to the message board or send me an email. I'm always here to help. Thank you.